What's your name? William. What's yours? Look. Ha 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 ha. What's that? Look at him. Plant? Uh-huh.
and a one fish, two fish, 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 and a red fish, blue 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 fish, and a red fish. All right, Twitch is good, and I shut down YouTube. Get YouTube up over here. And I've got a cat getting into stuff. Alrighty. Moving on to the YouTube. Moving on to the YouTube. Wow, latency's pretty good over on YouTube today. So we're good to go. Hey, happy Beans and Franks Day. The YouTubes, yep. Oh no, I lost the thing that goes on the end of my keyboard tray again. There it is. Cat's trying to get away with it. Hey, Charles, how are you doing? We got creepy AI desktop background today. It is a world of beans and franks. All right, I think today I'm going to be working. I think I want to work on towels. Actually, I'm torn. Let me finish the top on the clown outfit, and then I'll go back to towels. I'm going to make a towel today. Well, I started a towel. We have a folded up towel. Isn't that cool? But anyhow, we're going to put that away, and we're going to finish the top for the clown, for the psycho clown outfit. I think that's what I'm going to do. The sleep set that I started on Saturday is already in really good shape. I just have to start making map files and things for it. I have the textures mostly done. I just have to have a few more colors. I already have all the morphs done. I have it fitted out. It's just now I have to actually just get in there and save and make thumbnails and things. Exciting stuff like that. So I'll probably be packaging that up for uploading tomorrow. I posted a picture of that over at Charles's Discord, and I posted a different picture of it over in my Discord. So you guys can check that out if you want. File, open, project. Let's go over here. You are in the burlesque folder. Hey, Charles has been watching for 3 consecutive. I thought you were watching for 3 consecutive on Saturday. It looks right. You saw the one on Charles's first? Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't post that one on my gallery. So I also put a copy over at Rod's, if you're over in Rod's Discord. I'm not sure how many people are over in Rod's Discord. Probably Rod, but I'm over there occasionally. I'm looking for burlesque. I want to do the top for this thing. We were calling you Clown, right? Psycho Clown. There we go, Psycho Clown. I'm starting to have. I'm not loving Psycho Clown. That's my problem with Psycho Clown. I'm gonna push ahead, and I think maybe I do some tweaking. It'll look a little bit better. I mean, right now there's no gravity, so everything's just all weird floaty. But let's get a. We're gonna kind of do a tube top, similar to the way we've been doing these. I'm gonna make overly long strips. It's gonna really gather. I'm gonna put a thin strip across the top, and then we'll put another one on the bottom. And with the way this program is, these things are going to slide down, so I'm going to have to pin them in the back. Let's take some measurements so we can figure out how. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trace this out, and then I'm going to use those as the starting measurements. So let's pen on avatar. This will give me an idea of. So we're going to kind of do that. And I'm going to kind of bring you around like so. I'm just going to come halfway to here, bring you back up to here. And I'm just going to sketch you in like so. And then we're just going to bring you back like that. I just need this kind of for references, so we'll just flatten those. Flattening got a lot better, I am going to admit. At least that's one thing that has turned out for the better after time. The OBJ export has gotten worse. Of course, I've complained about that almost every time I open this program, but that's beside the point. So this gives me, what I want is I want to measure that, and that'll tell me how long to make these two strips. So I want that and that and that and that. 400. So we're going to do a, I think 5 by 400, 400 by 5. I'm going to say 10 actually because it's a big strip. And I'll say okay to that. And I'll make it a little bit longer. And you're probably all the way up here. So let's get you into place. So you're going to be down in here. You're the under bust. We'll make a copy of that. I just need to measure one thing on this. I just need to know what this is for later. 120. So you know what? I'm going to drop in. Let's do a 600 by a 120. We'll put that there. I don't need these anymore. I need a copy of that. I'm going to make this one a little bit longer because it's going to be the over boob. At least I think this is. All right, let's make sure our gravity is still turned off. Gravity is still 0. That means at the very least I won't have gravity dragging everything down until I'm ready for gravity. Okay, let's get that out from not being stuck in the armpit. It's probably close enough. Let's make a linked copy of everything. You know what? So actually, that's going to be sewn to there. Actually, I'm going to do those in later. We're going to freeze this for right now. I should probably move you down into place. Or at least closer. We'll put you there for the time being. We'll come over here and grab these. Make them strong. You know what? I'm going to line those. Let's put those there. Do that. Let's sew this stuff together. That goes to there, and this goes to there. And I've got claws coming up my leg. Oh, it went away. It'll be back. I want that to there. That to there. All right, let's get those on. Let's strengthen these two up. I may need to make those shorter just so they have better tension. Oh, you got twisty. No fair. You shouldn't have done that. Oh, there he is. All right, Control F. I love it when the shortcuts don't work. Right there, Control F. But when I do Control F, it just looks at me going, "What? Perhaps you wanted me to do something?" Oh, you know what? That's probably flipped. I don't know. Which one are you? You this one? Yeah, you need to just be reversed. Now you're good to go. All right, I'm going to pin you up here. I'm going to pin you. You're about in the right spot. You're a little loose, but we can tighten that up. We're going to just use a tack on avatar here. And so I'm just going to tack the top of that to right about there so that that wants to kind of stay in place. And then we'll work on, apparently 400 was a little too much. And let's do this one first because that's the easy one. All right, can I get you to come down? Probably not. Okay, let's tighten this one up. All right, that might be a good start, except I knew it was going to do that. It hates coming around right here. It never does. You know, on real people you can get them to do that. But on this stuff, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to crank the oh, now you're biting. Here, let's adjust the friction on these. Okay. I need my hands. Okay, I need my hands. All right, let's see this with the friction out. Let's see if it'll stay in place better now. I'm a little optimistic. Hey, that's what I kind of wanted it to do. That's a bit better. Oh, and guess who's back? All right, let's sew this into here. I'll need to get this under. Get that in there like that. I'm going to unfreeze that. And I'm just going to sew this. So then here, you know what, I'm going to freeze these up so they don't move around while we get the main panels in place. So we'll do that. Oops. Stop. All right, now we're ready to go. That works. I should probably taper it so it tapers in the back a bit. That's good. All right, let's put let's dupe this. Actually, can I do a symmetrical unfold? Let's see what that does. Unfold symmetrical editing with sewing. That's not as good as so we're going to do it like this first. We're going to do a linked edit copy because that just mirrors the whole thing over much better. And then I can kind of weld these, merge these together. Is that going to be sewn in place? It is. Do I want that to be a little bit, I need a little bit more room in here because I measured this, but we need actually length for that. All right, we're liking that. Maybe a little bit more. I'm tempted to really increase the mesh density on this to get better folds for this outfit. Oh, you know what? I should probably, let's just merge that up right now. Does it merge to the first? No, it merges to the second. Okay, so we go the other way around. There we go. Now, just, I gotta sew the back in. We're going to put little pom-poms on here, here, and maybe one here on the belt. Okay, let's go ahead and unfreeze these and see how they're looking. I probably, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and merge these up. So I had just said if I select one and select the other, that's the one it gets moved to. So that's the way I want it to move. Okay, do that, merge. Excellent. Okay, let's unfreeze these. Activate. Okay, I think maybe I need to make this shorter still. It needs a little more tension in there. The top I think is looking okay. You know what? It could probably stand to be a little shorter too. Are you both the same length now? You're both the same length. What the hell? You know what? I think I accidentally screwed something up in here. Um, let's try this. All right, we can stand a little bit more. I think I'm getting there. Let's check something on the elastic. What do we got? So my 2D line is 300. My 4D line is 400. My 2D line is 380. The 3D line is You know what? I'm getting tension in there. Got to go get cleaned up. All right, see you when you get back, Charles. I think this is going to cause chaos. And I'm going to set that to 100. Okay, now I did it definitely. So we're gonna, and I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I'm using elasticity to help hold these to the length I want them to be. And I'm not, there we go. So we'll put elastic on that. And we're gonna say 100. And we're gonna say 100. And I am I aping the clowns? I am not. This will probably be August. I think I can probably let these out now, actually. Will it have naughty morphs? This I can easily put naughty morphs in. It's a naughty clown. You know what? I think. What are you doing back there? Oh, you're just relaxing. I'm getting some weird tension right in here, though. I think it just has to do. Yeah, I just need to pull that out. Let's, we're looking at this measurement here. My 2D line is at 390, but even though I've got it set to elastic of 100%, that's still, I'm still like 40. I think if we do this, that's close. I think these are going to be good. I want to try something. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to move these out of the way. I'm going to increase the particle distance on this to 7.5 or decrease it to 7.5. I think we'll turn some gravity on. What? 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 Uh-oh. He's interested in something and it's on my head. This will not, this does not bode well for me. Gravity minus 9,800. There must be a bug or something in here. Hey, E.T. Won't phone home. How are you doing? I'm making a psycho clown girl. I'm doing well enough. I'm not dead yet. What do you see, buddy? I don't know. The cat sees something that it really wants to get, but it looks like a blank wall to me. The same? Yeah. Um, I'm going to play with this for a little bit, and then I'm going to work on towels too. I'm going to unfreeze that neck, and maybe it'll relax itself down a little bit. Meow. What is it? Dude, what do you see over there? Maybe it's a bug in the cobwebs? Man, there's a lot of cobwebs up there. What's it? What am I doing? I'm tweaking the neck. This is currently frozen in place. I'm going to unfreeze it. Let's do that. What happens if I strengthen you? Probably a bad idea. That was totally a bad idea. Don't listen to me. Hey, look who's back. I think this is working. I'm going to add some boots to this. I think I'm going to make platform boots, though, or high heel boots. They'll be kind of like combat boots, but we're going to flare the toes in a clown style. And I think maybe give them a bit more of a heel than you would normally. I think I will put a platform morph in them, but I don't think I'll make it like platformed. Let's see if we can get. Are you stuck in something there? Nope, you're just really close to the armpit. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to freeze those two so that they stop wiggling about. And I'm going to hit save. I'm happy with this. I'm going to try increasing the resolution even more. Let's see if I can. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, man. All right, remeshing, 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 remeshing. I think I'm going to save up a version for this. This will run really slow, and at this point, it's pretty much eaten up all my system memory. So I'm going to relaunch this and see how it's looking. Save as project. I'm going to call you Psycho Clown V2. And I'm going to shut down, and then we'll relaunch. This is the way we clean memory in Marvelous Designer. Oh, stop it, stop it. Somebody put my computer to sleep earlier today. I don't think I put my computer to sleep ever. But the cat figured out how to do it. Oh, he's in here. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. All right, we're coming back. I can't tell if I'm in camera or not. I think I am. All right, let's see how we're doing with this. Let's see how it works with fresh memory, or without it having locked up all my memory for itself. It'll slowly grab it all back, but that's okay. Um, Open project. Psycho Clown. All right, let's see how this goes. You know what? That's not too bad. This will deforce a lot slower though, but I like the way it kind of looks. Um, I think I need to put a separator right down the middle of the crotch though. Other than that, you know what? I think I'm heading in the right direction with this. And then I'm going to come up. I want to do one or two makeup overlays for this. Kind of a gothic clown or a crazy clown. And also we're going to give her a big bloody knife. And I may make the dirty version, the hero version, with this. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. This is what I want to do with this for today. Oh no, let me put that in, and then I'm going to move on to playing with towels. And then we'll probably get back to this on Thursday or tomorrow night. I don't know if I'm going to give her a round nose or not. I guess we could. It doesn't hurt, right? Easy enough to do. Use a ball prop and then kind of shape it a little bit to fit the nose so it doesn't just look like I stuck a ball on the end. So it actually kind of looks like a round nose prop. You know what? I think maybe we'll do that, but that'll be done in Blender, and maybe we'll do that tomorrow or Thursday. But for right now, let's put a little. I have a separator in here somewhere, I think. Let's import add OBJ. I think in projects I have a plane or something that's designed to go in between the legs. It's actually a really thin box, so it's double-sided. Because I need to have normals facing out both ways. Actually, let me see. If I do date modified, this was going to be one of the last things I would have added into here. I'm going the wrong way. Leg spacer, that's what I call it. Leg spacer. There it is. So basically, it acts as an avatar to kind of make sure that the left and the right aren't crossing the mid-axis. So we might have to play with this a little bit. You can see parts of it are kind of stuck. What I can probably do is if I slowly move this up. So what we'll do is we'll start it down here, start the sim, and then I can just kind of take you and just kind of push you up. Am I out of memory yet? Not yet. Okay, we're doing good. Let's bring you down a little bit. See if we can get you to. I see you got stuck on there anyhow. Come on, get out of there. Let's see if we can get this down. Its side. Let me see what this looks like. Oh, I've gone too high. And actually, the bottom of my crouch is pretty. You're still not. I wonder if I can do this. A little more deformed than I would like you to have been. It's probably going to be as good as I'm going to get for right now. Maybe. I can't tell which panel I have in here. Anyhow, this is coming along. Hit save on that. I'm going to try to play around with towels, see if we can wrap a towel around a body in a reasonable amount of time. File. Da, 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 da. I'm thinking. I'm sorry, my brain just went off to this. Are you in my recents, by the way? That would have made too much sense. This stuff just doesn't get sorted anymore. There's the project right there. For some reason, even though it was the one of the last things I opened, it's getting stuck behind things. All right, I have the towel. Let's see. I'm gonna make a copy of the towel. And I'm gonna put that over there. And then I'm going to hide that. then this. Can I just reset you? Oh, I had you all. Let's reset. Let's start with this one. I can't tell which is which. Okay, so that's that corner there. So I'm gonna want to flip you around like so, because I'm gonna use you. We're gonna try to get this to wrap around the body. Okay, then we move on to that one right there. So I'm gonna try to figure out which corner you are the, okay, so you're that top corner there. So I'm just gonna kind of line you up over in here. Then I want you. Apparently, I had some sort of clever way of lining these up so that they would fold out. Okay, so you're that corner over there. So I want you. I actually want you there. I think then you're going to line up like that. Excellent. And you're over here. That's the bottom corner on the front. So I'm going to bring you up like this and bring you out over in here. And we're going to move you around. This is going to be a hot mess in a minute here, because I'm going to get really lazy for a second. I'm just going to let everything, I'm going to freeze these top ones, is what we're going to do. And then the other ones are going to make a hot mess when they try to fit. Also, just hide the avatar. Oh, you know what? I went to the trouble to select them all and I forgot to freeze them. Maybe if we do this. Oh, hey, Willie's daughter. We're putting a towel on. I'm overcomplicating it because that's just the way we roll around here. That's the wrong side. I want it to line up like that. I can see the sewing. Okay. Now all of this stuff should fall kind of in place, except it's going to be a little distorted at the top. Oh, but I got to freeze this first so it doesn't all lose its shape right off the bat. I'm just going to chill while this does its thing. It's a horrible mess right now, I know. I'm semi hoping it'll fall into shape. I've run out of ERAM. That looks like it's oh, you know what? The avatar is still active. I keep forgetting. Just because I hit it doesn't mean that it's not. And I can see this wrapping around. So that's what. Let's fix that. Let's bring the avatar back, and let's. You can kind of see the avatar. The invisible avatar is giving me problems. You know what? I could always just delete it and bring it back. And now we're just gonna chill for a little bit. Well, I sort of hope it finds its way. And I know if I can pull some pieces out and maybe help it along a little bit. Oh, hold on a second. All right, we're coming back. Hey, it's kind of settling in. That's kind of what I was hoping for. So I think what we can do is get an avatar in here and try to get this wrapped around a little better. So the idea is, you know what, I'm going to maybe try to pin. I want to tuck it in here, which means this should probably be outside of here. So stop those. What I want to do is maybe I want to kind of bring this out like so, and then I'm going to kind of want to. So let's get an avatar back in here, and we can work on getting this kind of fitted around. I'm going to put pins here, and then we're going to see if we can kind of tighten it up. And I actually want to try to get this tucked in on the top, but I'm not sure how I'm going to pull that off. But we'll see. I want to cancel that. I want to add to workspace. There we go. And we're a little. Let's do this. And we'll kind of center that around. Kind of like that. I think I'm going to move these. Kind of like that. pull these out a little bit. Trying to reduce the clipping in here. Did I turn my gravity off? I think I got gravity on. We're gonna, at this point, gravity's gonna fight against me, so we'll turn that off. Let's unfreeze these. And I'm gonna stick some pins in these corners here, kind of, and then we'll see if we can kind of get it pulled around. It is a very large towel. If it's too long, we might just trim some of this off. And let's go in here. Where's my pins? Right there. Nope, right here. Pin lasso. We like the pin lasso. So I'm going to try to just grab a little bit of that corner. And I want a little bit of this corner. And you know what? I'm going to delete that. I'm going to see if I can re-grab like that. All right, let's see how this goes. You know what? I probably need a little bit of gravity in here. That is way too much towel, though. I want the length, but I don't want this, or I want the, I want it to be, but I don't need this. I wonder if I just pull a panel out. This is accurate for one of the larger towel sizes. Actually, let's try this with gravity. Maybe if it droops down in the back, it'll look nice anyhow. And what I probably, you know what, I'm going to add another pin over here too. That'll give me some extra control right in here. So that these are the important, I kind of want these to kind of stay at the breasts. And then let's get a little gravity in here. Maybe, we'll just do a light gravity. I'll just do, we'll see if I do 1,000. We'll turn that off. That's really bogging things down. Oh, and once again, I'm all out of VRAM. We may do another restart here. Let's do a save, because I'm in a good place here. Let's do that. There's an awful lot of mesh in here, so this is going to run a little slow. I am going to save and restart. Oh yeah, happy Beans and Frank's Day. We're relaunching. All right. We're back down to under 2 gigabytes of used VRAM. That will eventually eat its way all back away, all back. I could just eat that up just by jiggling my mouse around, which is annoying. Open project. There we go. Let's see if we get any. I'm going to crank the gravity up a little bit more. You know what I should, you know what I might do? No, I'm not going to do that. I think we're good. Let's turn that off. It's so slow. Let's, let's try that. All right, we're at full gravity now. I'm thinking I do want to make a shorter version of this, or not as. Maybe pull a panel out. Let's try that. Um, this is an experiment. And then I just need to sew. I got to resew all this stuff back. That to that, that to that, that to that. And I'm stuck in a leg. So let me see if we can adjust that a little. All right, let's see how this works out. What's my friction on you? I'm going to make you nearly. Let's reduce the friction on that. Making progress. See if we can get you maybe up a little higher. You know, I probably should pin these on to where I want them. And then get rid of these. Well, so we use the tack on avatar, I think. And I kind of want you over here. So turn that off. I'm going to delete the selected pin. Come over here to tack on avatar. And I'm just going to stick you over there. And you know what? I'm going to take this. I'm going to stick it up over there. Maybe I can delete that pin. I probably have too much tension in here. Tack on avatar. So I'm going to take you, put you up there. So I can get the towel to come up and around like that. And then you. Okay, we're going to stop for a little second here and we're going to just take a look at our strain map. Are you red all the way around? Not all the way around, just in spots. So that's actually not too bad. So I can take this and try to tuck it into here and maybe pull this up a little bit. Let's escape that. So if I do that, I have a little too much tension here, so maybe if I pin from here to there. Where's my edit tack? Edit, select, delete, and I'm gonna instead tack here to over here to maybe get myself a little more relaxed in there. Oh no, I still have a tack in there that I missed. I thought I had selected it, but apparently not. That one right there. Can I select you? Am I not using the edit tack? That's probably what I needed. There we go. That's pulling that a lot tighter. I'll probably maybe we give you a little bit more. Okay, now so I want to tack this to that to hold it together. And then maybe I can get rid of this. We'll see. Tack you to you. I'm looking for my edit tack. There we go. Get rid of you. Probably not ideal. All right, getting this tucked in. I may be able to just pull it in, but I'm kind of having my doubts. Um, I'm going to make this smaller. Basically, I'm going to make it a little column of these. I don't need that much. So here, we'll do this. We'll just, can I just delete you guys? Nope. Now can I just delete you guys? Delete selected pins. And then we come back over here to the pin lasso. I'm going to just grab maybe these fellers right here. And let me see if I can kind of get that tucked into the front here. So what I want to do is I want to flip those over and try to slide them in. Let me check something. What is my additional thickness is 7. Okay, I do have a. I was wondering if I had a additional thickness cranked up, and I do. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so we want to kind of pull you around like that. I want to get this flattened up with that. Let's do this. Let me try to see if I can select those. I missed one. Try that again. There we go. That's what I wanted. Then you are. There we go. See, I want that nice and flat. I'm gonna reselect, and I'm just gonna grab these ones here. So let's delete. Let's make sure simulation is off. Let's delete all pins, and then I'm just gonna grab these 6 vertices right here. And then I'm going to see if I can get that twisted and pulled in behind. So baby steps. All right. This is just really, doing this while streaming probably isn't helping either. So we're going to put that like that. What I might do is grab some of these and pull them up too. But now let's see. So we're going to lower you back kind of down this way. And I'm going to set it kind of in the front for right now. Actually, let's pull it up and see if we can slide it into the back. Yep, there we go. And I'm going to take it a little bit more. I'm going to try to release the redness in here a little bit. So if we just kind of drag it more to the center. There we go. That's kind of working. And I may be able to clean this up in Blender. You know what? I want to get more of that in here. So, I can kind of build this in. So using the pinning, we can kind of grab points and move them a little bit at a time. But that's heading in the right direction. Just a matter of, I think I want to roll it down a little bit more. And how are you looking? You're coming apart a little in the front. That's okay. I am going to have to tweak this UV map because I got that big gap right there in the middle. I think in addition to, yeah, so let's see, what am I doing? I'm just slowly going to work this in. So we're going to use, I'm going to like grab a couple points here and pull them up, and then a couple more points here and pull them up. Then maybe try to slide like from here down in behind. So turn that off. Let me see if I can grab those. And then, see, now I can just move these two. It's kind of like being able to edit verts in Marvy Designer. Then I want to grab these two and pull them up. Maybe we'll pull them a little, maybe we'll loop them just a little bit. So grab, nope. Can I grab, did I get just the two? And I got one back there. I didn't want that. So let's try this again. There, I think I just got the two I want. Yay. So I'm just going to pull these two up over into here. Now I think I'm going to just push it down a little. So I have 3 sets of verts in here. Be nice if I could just combine them, but I can shift select the 3 of them like that. And we'll see if we can slide those down inside. And I think I have gravity off, so we'll put gravity back on. And I think I can then, there's a tack over here, this to that. I think I'll take that off and see how that looks. So I'm going to hit a, we'll just do a little save there. We'll just click in here and go to simulation properties and put gravity back to full. Actually, it's totally off, but, and then we'll just see what this does. I don't think I need my strain map anymore. Nope, that didn't go away. Never mind. Let's just uncheck it here. How are we looking? Okay, I've got a tack right in here I'm going to delete. It's causing this weird bunching over here. There's the delete. And then we'll see. You know what? I'm kind of happy with that. I think that might do the trick. Let's fix the UVs. If I delete, those are going to be too short. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Although I'm thinking, can I get another panel in under here? Get that wrapped down back into here, I think, and then make it the full size again. All right, let's hit save. So I'm thinking we just add another panel back into here, and this way I get my full size back, and that means this will wrap back to probably in here somewhere. So what I might do is freeze this, hide these. So I'm going to deactivate Because I really want it to be actual towel shape if I can, and I think I might be able to. We'll see. What am I doing? I am deactivating, and I don't get the. I'm not seeing the option to deactivate over here. It's probably over here. I'm still simming. Let's stop the simming. Let's deactivate the pattern and sewing on those. I'm in the, I got the tack tool going on. Let's hide those. Did you not, you didn't look like you deactivated. No, I guess you did. We're going to freeze this. I'm going to rearrange this a little bit. Okay, I'm going to dupe these, unfreeze those. We're going to sew it on this end and try to pull it around. And then we'll try to get the others to sit on top. I could always do a layer trick. C and V, that did not work. Let's try that again. C and V, nope. Control C, Control V, there we go. I'm going to put you right there. We're just going to kind of rotate you into like slightly better position. I'm going to sew this onto this. I'm going to stick a pin on here so I can pull this up. So sewings. That didn't go. Let's try that again. You get sewn to that. You get sewn to that. You get sewn to that. Okay, unfreeze those. And I'm just going to use the little pen tool, stick a pin in it. Right there. Do this. And I'm going to try to, oh no, too much energy. And then we're just going to chill. Oh, I got gravity on. I do. When this relaxes back down a little bit, then I'm going to start pulling this around the back. And I'm going to put this on a negative layer so the other stuff wants to sit on top of it when we bring it back. I'm out of memory again. I'm going to stop that. We're going to save up. I'm at that point where I'm not sure if I actually want to go this way. I'm leaning towards probably going this way. But we're going to relaunch. There might be something in there that allows me to clear the VRAM. On the other hand, it is Marvelous Designer, so probably not. All right, file, open, project, O2. I think at one time I was planning to make this the CC Basics 9, but I have done a 9 and a 10 since then. So this is probably going to be 11. All right, we're making progress. Oh no, I'm stuck in the back now. Come on. My controls aren't doing anything. And I can't select my freaking pin now because it's inside the avatar. God damn it. Can I just undo that? Did I select? No, it's fine. It's fine. All right, we're getting there. Now I'm just going to pull this tight. We're just going to kind of cheat this around to pull out that excess. All right, let's snug that into the back now. Now I'm going into the back. We don't want to do that. So I think that it's going to do the trick. Let's get these back in here. First, I just want to see them. Are you still deactivated? You don't look like you're deactivated. Okay, you need to be positioned a little bit different. We're just going to stick you so you're just in right about in there. I think that'll be fine. You can. Yeah, but she's got a skin suit on, so we're good. It's just that she's got a wedgie. Um, let me see. What am I gonna do? Let's do this. Let me see. Do I have a layer? There it is, layers. I'm gonna say minus 5 on that. We'll stop the simulation for a second. She does have a wet sheet. It's a wet sheet contest, right? Select those. I'm going to activate. And now we'll see. It's gotten a little sticky over here. I have my gravity on. I do have my gravity on. We're almost there. Although, can I get this to not bunch like that? You know, part of it's the, let's turn that, do this, let's unfreeze these. And then we'll see if I can get this to pull out a little bit better. It's probably okay. I think what I might do is I might just tack these in. I need to see the underside, so we're going to just hide this. And it's just hidden. It's still impacting our... And then what I want to do is the strain map. I want to see what that looks like. That doesn't surprise me. Do I have something pinned in here? I think that's arg. This is just so, am I out of memory? Not quite yet. We're almost. We're getting there. See, the outside just bunches up on top of itself, which this isn't doing back here. It's probably okay, though. And that's shorter because we have it tucked in on the front. You know, that's probably what's driving the... It's probably all right. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of tacking, or bunch of tacking. I'm going to run a bunch of tacks from the top to the bottom. I think then I'm going to undo that, and then we'll see how it kind of lines up. If we can kind of get it to relax a little bit that way. Let's grab all of these. Let's do this thing. And then I'm just going to come in here and run a bunch of little tacks. These things here, tack that. So tack. Arg. I'm going to get rid of that because I have no idea what I tacked it to. All right, let's see if I can try this again. There's a tack. So I'm going to take that one. I actually want you to be up in here. But you know what? Maybe we put you there. Oh, you're two down. Come on. I hit undo. Can I just delete that? God damn it. I can't undo my tack. I have to actually get in here and edit it out. If it'll let me select it. All right, let's try this again. I keep clicking on stuff thinking that I'm doing something, finding out that I'm not really. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Let's find out. Yeah, that'll work. I think that'll be good. All right, let's turn the stress map off. Or the strain map. I keep clicking on things and having things not happen. And it's just because of lag. We are officially out of VRAM again. I like it to be this size because this is actually the same size as that folded towel that I have hidden in here. So I think this is gonna be fine. And what I wanted to do, these are nice, neat squares, so it's easy for me to say, if I want to make this shorter or something, I can easily just go in and select a nice, neat row of them to make a shorter version. But I think that's gonna work. And then this should be morphable. So we're going to hit save on this. I want to make, so we're going to hide this. We're just going to try to get a towel to fold over a thing, a towel rack. So we're gonna do 3 folds, and we're gonna fold the towel over the towel rack. We have 20 minutes for, I'm gonna call it a day here. So, you know what? I think I'm going to dupe this. At some point, I'm going to line these all up on top of each other, as far as UVs go, because they should more or less be the same. Oops. Looks like I got a little bugaboo going on there. Don't do that. You're supposed to be on top. No bugaboos. No bugaboos. I'm probably going to have to clean that up in Blender just to make sure. Or maybe we just want to pull you down a little bit? I'm getting this tension fighting in here from the armpit pushing off on the fabric, and so it's forcing the stuff that's supposed to be underneath it to still pop through. There's just not enough room in there. Anyhow, let's stop that. I'm going to copy that. Let's try that again. So I'm going to deactivate that, and I'm going to hide this for a second. I did not. Where did you go? Oh, you're all the way over there. All right, let's deactivate you. You've been activated. Let me just make sure you're still in the right place. You know what? I'm going to leave that on like that so I can see it. Also, oh no, my towels got undone. Damn it. I wonder if that happened before I saved my backup version. Man, you were deactivated. You're not supposed to be moving around. Damn, dog. You know what? I'm going to get rid of that. Let's Control F this. Okay, for real, dude. Control F. Nothing. This one thing what drives me crazy. I want to do this. That's the shortcut key for it, but it doesn't do this. Now it's doing it. I've got you all laid up really weird, I know. And you're all organized funny now. Um, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just grab that. I'm going to just freeze that. Or maybe not. Are you freaking backwards? Yeah, you're supposed to. You're in the right. You're in the right. You're facing the right way. You're backwards. No, you're not. You're facing the right way. You're going to go over there. You're going to go over there. I think you need to be twisted. Maybe not. God, what did I click on? I'm just going to Control K those. And then we'll just do this. And we'll just wait a minute while it all goes back into. And then when it gets close, I'll unfreeze these. We're getting there. Almost. I got the, it's just pulled through the wrong way. Okay, is good. You know what? Let's turn gravity off for a minute. Okay, then we're just gonna unfreeze these. It's all gonna come back together again. Maybe not. You know what? I got a corner pinned here. Nope, I didn't want to delete all pins. I just want to delete selected pin. I'm just going to lay this flat on the ground. Oh, that's right. I had like 3 pins up in there, didn't I? Uh, oh, these are stuck inside each other. I hate it when that happens. I have 3 pieces that are wrapping all around inside each other, so that's causing issues. I can kind of. Do I have something sewn funny here? Is that what's going on? What's going on with you? Oh, you know what? I got pins in there, don't I? I keep forgetting. We got tacks. There's your problem. So once I get this kind of laid out flat, I can start folding it up on top of itself. Then we're going to get a towel rack in here and we're going to drop it over once on the towel rack. And you know what? I could probably rebuild that little stack of towels after I do that by just dropping it over a towel rack again. Okay, so we're kind of getting it flattened out. So I need, so here, we're going to do this. So we turn that off. And I can kind of, we'll just pull those up. And I'm going to take these. We're going to rotate them like so. And that's going to sit in there. And then we'll grab these. And then this gets rolled into the middle. Kind of like that. We can just grab all of them. And we'll just get them closer to the ground. And just do that. Okay, so now I've got my triple fold. So now we're just going to hang this over a towel rack. And then if I do the towel rack a second time, we can get it to be 4 folds. So we're going to do a double fold, and I'm going to lay that up as a towel rack. So you, can we deactivate you? Deactivate avatar. Did it deactivate the whole avatar? Because it looks like you just, it looks like you just deactivate parts of it, right? I should probably, you know what, I'm going to hit save on this. I'm going to save this to a folded towel. Then we're going to get rid of the stuff we don't need while we fold the towels up. Save project. Oh, save as. I'm going to do save as project. Towels folded. And then I can delete the avatar. I can get rid of this. I'm going to bring in a bar. Import add obj. Hey, we've got 7 minutes left. Here in projects, there is this thing here called bar. I'm going to use that as a towel rack. So we're going to group this over that. At least that's the plan. I'm going to tweak my skin offset on this to be a little bit higher. Let's see how this goes with it strengthened. Big danger is it just falling through the bar. Also, my bar is not high enough. And my bar is off to the side. Oh, you know what? You're off to the side. You're out of order. Let's raise the bar. Is it going to miss the ground? It's pretty close. You know what? I'm off just a little bit, aren't I? I'm going to back this up to before we... I'm going to see if I can line this up a bit better. And this time I'm going to start with the bar higher. That's right, we're raising the bar. Let me double check. My bar thickness is still 6. You know what? Let's see how this falls. What we kind of want to see is it to be nice and even. We like that. Okay, so now we'll unstrengthen this and let it settle in. I still have some layering on here, so we're going to get rid of that. So that doesn't interfere with anything. There we go. We got a hanging towel. You know what? I probably should export that at this point. Call it hanging towel. File export obj selected. This is in CC Basic something something something. I think CC Basics, towels, toe wells. Let's put it right in here. Actually, let's make a whip folder. I'm eventually going to make a full project out of this. Whip. There we go. Towel. Folded. I think I'm going to call the other one towel stacked. Save that. Okay, now we're going to fold this over once more. I'm just going to drop it over the rack again. So we'll just rotate that like so. And we'll just kind of line that. So that's coming up on that center line there. This is the reason why my towel is built in these goofy squares. Just makes things easier to work with. Oh, that's spam. Spam, 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 spam. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this I'm going to do that again. Or actually, yeah, I'm going to do that again so it lines up a little bit more. Just a touch this way. Although when I do that, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And this is going to be a stacked towel, so I'm going to rotate it, put it on the ground, and maybe we can put a couple more. Or maybe I'm going to fold this once more. I'm going to dupe this and stick it off to the side, and we're going to work on a couple more. I know the UVs. I'm going to fix the UVs in Blender. Because right now they're just not consistent, but they will be. With Yahweh as my witness. Where are we at? CV. So I'm just going to pull that up there. I'm just going to take you and bring you over here. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let you set down, and then I'm going to save you as a folded towel 02 or something. Good enough. File, export, OBJ selected. Towel folded 02. And then let me see if I can get this. Actually, I'm going to dupe this a couple more times, and we're going to make a towel folded stack 01. Nope. Let's try that again. There we go. Put you right there. Put you right there. Is that not doing anything? It's going really slow. So I'm going to finish this up. Anyhow, that's going to make for a stack of towels. I'm going to try to fold this over again. Or maybe, I wonder if I could roll that up. That would be cool if I could make a towel roll. Anyhow, this is towels. Psycho Clown's coming along nicely. And the towels are in progress. So thank you all for being here. And with that, we're going to go find somebody to raid. I will be back tomorrow, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be working on towels or Psycho Clown, one of the two. Psycho Clown's going to need boots, a rubber nose, and Psycho Clown also needs a bloody knife. Because she is psycho after all. So with that, let's find somebody to raid and call it a day. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Let's see who's on the Twitch first. I was watching Jory Designs, but I see Jory has raided out, which makes sense because Jory has been on forever. It felt like. So we're gonna take a look. So we're gonna see if there's any of the art friends on. Ooh, Supreme's on. Oh, she's on a raid train. We'll probably raid over and say hi to Supreme Doom. She's a crafter friend of ours, runs the Crafty Creative. Or yeah, something like that. There's a whole group of crafters. Come on, come on. Hey, thanks for being here, E.T. Thanks for hanging out the whole time, too. I appreciate that. Commander Biscuit is on. He's an art friend. So I'm thinking we're gonna go over and say hi to Supreme though. She does have more than 100 viewers. I know it's very unlikely to read that many. Is that SROM? Is that who I can't read? Yo, SROM music in the house. I still have to make a custom SROM command. That reminds me. Happy Kimboshi Day? Is it Kimboshi Day? I know it is Beans and Frank's Day. So there is that. But let's go over and say hi to Supreme Doom. If you can stick around for the raid, that would be awesome. Hey, Murga. Good to see you, man. Um, if you're on YouTube, thank you. Like and subscribe. If you're on Twitch, feel free to stick around for the raid. That would be awesome. Hey, check out my man CS Bond. Oh yeah. Hey, if you aren't following SROM Music, I highly recommend following SROM Music. I was hanging out with SROM on Saturday. We were watching Beware of Mr. Baker, the Ginger Baker story. Ginger Baker was the drummer from Cream and a whole bunch of other bands. And I think SROM described him perfectly. He was a monster. He was a monster human being and a monster drummer. So anyhow, that was quite fascinating, hanging out with SROM on Saturday. And there's the shout out. Hey, thanks for being here, Willie. And thanks for having your daughter pop in. Anyhow, here's the raid calls. And we're going to go over and say hi to Supreme Doom. She's doing crafty stuff, I think. I can't tell because my screen is frozen over there. It looks like she's live. Oh, we're doing a slideshow or something. I see. Anyhow, here's the raid calls. If you're not a subscriber, feel free to use that one. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much, and you get to use the sub raid call, which looks a lot cooler than that when you actually post it into a chat. If you're a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, it looks just like that when you post it into a chat. And with that /raid, I will be back once again, as I said, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, either working on Towels or Psycho Clown Girl. We'll see. And anyhow, I hope you all have a good rest of a Monday or Tuesday for those of you on the happy side of the planet. And hasta la vista, baby.